People often fear what they don't understand. A woman who defies the norm, who is fiercely independent, and who moves in silence often provokes discomfort and even envy in others. Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into the psychology behind a very intriguing phenomenon. Why people often dislike or feel threatened by Sigma females. If you're here, you've probably noticed how unique and powerful these women are. But with that power and individuality comes a surprising backlash. Today, we'll uncover the main reasons people tend to feel uneasy, jealous, or even resentful towards Sigma females. Expect an exploration into human behavior, social expectations, and a few real-life examples to illustrate these concepts. Sigma females project confidence without seeking the approval of others. Isn't that fascinating? Now, let's break it down a bit. These women, these Sigma females, they radiate an aura of confidence that's drawn from a wellspring of self-assuredness. It's not a mask, it's not an act. It's as real as the air we breathe. They tread their own path, and they do it with an enviable level of certainty. And here's the kicker. They don't need your validation, or anyone else's for that matter, to feel good about themselves. They're not out to win a popularity contest. They're not seeking applause or a pat on the back. Their confidence is not tied to the approval of others, and that's truly liberating. It's like they've cracked a code, a secret to living that many are still trying to figure out. Such self-assurance can be intimidating for some, sparking a negative reaction. Sigma females maintain their independence even in relationships. This independence is not about isolation or detachment. Rather, it's about keeping their identity intact while sharing a life with someone else. It's about having their own goals, pursuits, and passions, and not letting the relationship overshadow them. They are not afraid to carve out time for themselves, to nurture their interests, or to invest in personal growth. They understand the importance of maintaining their own lives outside of their relationships. This allows them to bring a richer, more fulfilled self into the partnership, making it more vibrant and balanced. They don't believe in the idea of two becoming one. Instead, they see it as two becoming a stronger two. They can love deeply, but they are not willing to lose themselves in the process. They can balance their personal goals with their relationship goals, creating a harmonious dynamic. This level of independence can be unsettling for those who are more traditional. Sigma females are not afraid to challenge groupthink. This statement encapsulates the bold and courageous spirit of Sigma females. They are not just passive spectators in a world of ideas, they are active participants, ready to voice their own thoughts, even if they contradict the popular narrative. In a society where fitting in is often prioritized over standing out, Sigma females dare to be different. They value their individuality and are not afraid to express their unique perspectives. This isn't about being contrary for the sake of it, but rather about staying true to their beliefs and values, even when they're in the minority. They question, they probe, they challenge. Their minds are not echo chambers, but platforms for critical thinking and open dialogue. And while this might ruffle some feathers, it's a testament to their strength and conviction. Their willingness to challenge the status quo often leads them to be misunderstood. But remember, it's only by challenging the norm that progress can be made. Sigma females don't partake in gossip or social drama. Now, that's a statement that can raise eyebrows, isn't it? But it's true. Sigma females prefer diving into deep, meaningful conversations over indulging in the triviality of petty gossip. They choose substance over superficiality every single time. It's not that they can't gossip, it's just that they won't. They find the idea of discussing others' lives when they're not around not only uninteresting but also unproductive. They'd rather talk about ideas, dreams, goals, or even the latest book they've read. Similarly, Sigma females steer clear of unnecessary drama. They understand that life is too short to be spent on unwarranted conflicts and misunderstandings. They value peace and harmony, and if that means keeping a safe distance from drama, they'll happily do it. Their avoidance of gossip and drama often leads them to be perceived as aloof or unsociable. But remember, for Sigma females, it's always quality over quantity. Sigma females are comfortable in their solitude. This isn't a sign of loneliness, but a testament to their self-sufficiency. They relish the space and freedom that solitude provides, using this time to reflect, grow, and simply enjoy their own company. This isn't to say they shun all social interaction, far from it. Rather, they don't rely on it for their sense of self or fulfillment. Picture this, a person totally engrossed in a book at a bustling coffee shop, or someone taking a solo hike on a beautiful day. They're there, present in the moment, yet also comfortable in their solitude. That's a Sigma female. Their love for solitude doesn't stem from an aversion to people, but from a deep understanding of themselves. They know their worth isn't tied to popularity or social validation, but to their own inner growth and development. This comfort in solitude often leads them to be perceived as loners. But remember, being alone doesn't necessarily mean being lonely. Sigma females focus on personal growth over popularity. This might seem counterintuitive in a world where likes and followers often dictate one's worth. But for Sigma females, it's not about the applause or the approval of the crowd. Instead, they are their own most demanding critics, constantly seeking to better themselves and expand their horizons. They're not interested in the fleeting high of popularity. They'd rather invest their energies in reading that thought-provoking book, practicing that new skill, or chiseling away at their long-term goals. It's about the journey, not the destination, and certainly not about who's watching or keeping score. They understand that popularity is a mirage, a shifting sand that can disappear at any moment. But personal growth? That's something real, something lasting. It's a treasure that no one can take away. And that's why Sigma females choose personal growth over popularity. Their focus on personal growth over popularity often makes them targets of envy. Sigma females are unapologetically authentic. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means they're true to themselves through and through. They understand that the greatest respect they can afford themselves is to be who they genuinely are, not who society expects them to be. They're the kind of people who wear their identity like a badge of honor, not a shackle of conformity. They don't let societal norms dictate their actions or their values. They don't change their opinions to match the popular sentiment or hide their quirks to fit in. They're like a breath of fresh air in a world where everyone is trying to be someone else. They're the ones who dance to their own beat, even when the world doesn't understand their music. Their authenticity, though inspiring, can also be intimidating to those who are not comfortable with their own individuality. But remember, being a Sigma female is all about embracing who you are. And that's nothing to apologize for. Their authenticity can be intimidating to those who are not comfortable with their own individuality. So we've delved into the world of Sigma females. What's the takeaway? From this exploration, it's clear that Sigma females are a breed apart. They defy societal norms without batting an eye, projecting a confidence that doesn't hinge on approval from others. They maintain a sense of independence in their relationships, unafraid to stand alone when needed, and they challenge groupthink, often being the lone voice of dissent in a sea of agreement, gossip, and social drama. They have no time for such trivialities. They find comfort in their solitude, a space where they can reflect, recharge, and plan their next move. They focus on personal growth over popularity, understanding that true success is a journey, not a destination. And above all, they are unapologetically authentic, embracing their true selves and refusing to be anything less. It's clear that Sigma females are a force to be reckoned with, even if they are often misunderstood.